Okay, welcome to my Blu-ray collection for 2015 right now. I made a Blu-ray collection video last year for 2014, and I'm going to plan on making a Blu-ray collection video every year or so like at the beginning of every new year. So this is going to be for 2015. These aren't all my Blu-rays, but as you can see, they're all in alphabetical order. I put the ones in the front row right here so I can just put them back one by one. And then we're going to finish off with my Pixar collection because I don't put those in alphabetical order. I put them up here, and there are some that I also put on top of these that can't fit in here. So we're going to start with this section right here. This is where it starts, and then it ends with X-Men: Days of Future Past. So let's get started. My arm's going to get tired too. 500 Days of Summer, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, Airplane, Airplane 2 the sequel, Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, hold on a second, there we go, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues, The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. I took these cases out of the box, but this is the Austin Powers collection, so you have International Man of Mystery, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and then Goldmember, The Avengers, The Aviator, Back to the Future trilogy. This is an import from probably UK or so, I'm not sure. Bad Grandpa, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman the movie, Beetlejuice, Big, and Black Sheep. So that's for that section. Now we're going to move over to this section. The camera angle is going to be a little awkward because my laptop's over here, so try it my best. Blues Brothers. Oops. Sorry about that. But Blues Brothers 2000. Breakfast Club. Let me fix that. There we go. Bruce Almighty. Sorry if the camera's a little blurry. I'm going to fix that. There you go. The Bucket List. Caddyshack. Casino. Catch Me If You Can. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Christmas Fireplace by Digital Celebrations. A Christmas Story. Chronicle. The Dark Knight Rises. I plan on getting Batman Begins and The Dark Knight soon. Dead Poet Society. The Departed. The Descendants. Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roger Rules and Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. And then Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story. So now we're going to put these back one by one. We're going to do it with this section right here. So, Dude, Where's My Car? Dumb and Dumber. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Elf. So it doesn't fall. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Friends with Benefits. Frozen. Get Him to the Greek. Ghostbusters. And Ghostbusters 2. So that's part of that section. Now let's move on to the other part. Good Will Hunting. Goodfellas. The Goonies. The Hangover. Happy Gilmore. Home Alone. Oops. That was a little awkward there. Home Alone 2. Lost in New York. The Hunger Games. It's the Target exclusive. The slipcover is put in one of my bins to save space. Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I do plan on getting Mockingjay Part 1 when that comes out, because I thought that was a good movie. And then The Internship. So, that's for this section. Now let's move on to over here. It's going to be a little bit trickier. I apologize if it gets awkward. Into the Storm. Iron Man 3. Jingle All the Way. Oops, there we go. Jumanji. Juno. Jurassic Park. The Karate Kid. Oops. And The Karate Kid 2. If they release Karate Kid 3, I'll get that. I'm not gonna get the fourth one. I've never seen it, but it looks terrible. The Lego Movie. Liar Liar. A License to Drive. And Looper. So that's that section. Now let me move on to my next pack, which is right over here. The Lost Boys. The Mask. Oops. Sorry if this is a little awkward. Me, Myself, and Irene. Meet the Parents. Men in Black 1. And Men in Black 2. I haven't seen Men in Black 3 yet, and I'll plan to see it soon. A Million Ways to Die in the West. Whoops. Mrs. Doubtfire. The Muppets. Muppets Most Wanted. And finally, for that last row, The Music Man. If I can get that there. Okay, now we're moving on to this section. And then we have these rows to fill out, where we're going to start with this one, and then move on to this one, and then do this row, and then finish off with Pixar, because that's where I put them up here. I put the Pixar movies up here. So I have to sit down for this one. Okay. My Cousin Vinny. Oh, that's the Napoleon Dynamite 10 Sweet Years edition. National Lampoon's Vacation. European Vacation. Christmas Vacation. And I know it's not titled as National Lampoon, but I put Vegas Vacation here because just to make the collection look nice. And I just put them in the ends because it starts with National. I'm not putting them like Vacation all the way in the V's and European all the way in the E's. I'm just going to leave them like this. And again, putting Vegas Vacation here because I want to have the collection here so that Vegas isn't like in all the V's and stuff. National Treasure. Night at the Museum. Office Space. Orphan. The Outsiders. This is a complete novel edition. Parental Guidance. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Deluxe Holiday Collection for Peanuts. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Pineapple Express. The Polar Express. Risky Business. RoboCop. Oh, my hand's hurting. My arm's hurting, I meant. The Sandlot. School of Rock. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And the Scream 5 film sets. So now we're going to move on to the front row. Scream 4. Also known as Scriform. The Shining. The Simpsons movie. 16 Candles. I still have the slipcover for it, I just put it away to save some space. Sky High. Skyfall. The Smurfs. I still have the slipcover for this too. It's put away. And I haven't seen Smurfs 2 yet. South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. Space Jam. Spaceballs, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and finally, Spider-Man 3. So that's the first stack. Now, let me get the second one. Okay. Stand By Me, Step Brothers, Superbad, oops, Superman the movie, whoops, Superman Returns, Ted, Teen Wolf, There's Something About Mary, This Is the End, and The Three Stooges. If I can get this in there. There we go. So that's all of the rows, and now we're going to do the ones I stack on top. So let me just get them over here. Okay, so I put them over here. So first one is Tommy Boy, Total Recall, Twister, War Games, Wayne's World, Wayne's World 2, Wedding Crashers, and We're the Millers. So that's what I put up there, and then I put over here Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, The Wolf of Wall Street, Wreck-It Ralph, and finally, X-Men Days of Future Past. So that's almost all of them. Now let's finally do Pixar. Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Cars, Wall-E, Up, Toy Story 3, Brave, and finally, Monsters University. So that is my complete Blu-ray collection for January 3rd, 2015. Stay tuned for my next collection, my next collection video, which won't be until 2016. So that's all the Blu-rays I have so far. Plan to get more in the future. And yep, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.